Hey guys, and welcome to another speed build. For this video, it's not actually a speed build, it's more of a decorating, I guess. I went into the FountainView penthouse and I decided to decorate it slash remake some small details about it because I thought it would be a fun idea, especially because you can't really build your own penthouses. You can only really work from what is in The Sims 4. So yeah, I wanted to see how that would turn out, and I wanted this to be a penthouse for like a young couple, and I imagined it would be like young professionals who were working from home, which is why there's going to be a big office space. And for this build, I really tried to make it as like suitable for professionals. So I would imagine that if it were people working from home, they could have like meetings at home. That's why there's like large seating sections and a large dining table and stuff like that. So that was what I had in mind when building this. And I also tried changing as little as possible when decorating this place, because despite the fact that I could change whatever I really tried to imagine that people had moved in and this is what they saw, and then they could do the changes they wanted. But the only major things I did were I changed the bricks from being red to gray, and that is something you can do. You can like change the colors of bricks with paint, and I also ended up putting up a wall because it was just a huge studio apartment, and I didn't really think that that was suitable, especially when it was so big. I thought it would make more sense to just have like a separate bedroom instead of having it inside the living room. So that is also something I kept in mind, as well as the columns. Like I kept all the columns as they were. And now that I think about it, the only thing I also changed was the one of the doors to one of the outdoor patios. I moved that a bit because it was kind of in the middle of everything, so I couldn't really work around it. But that was mainly the only things I changed that were like major changes, and the rest of things I just kept as was. It was especially really fun to decorate a penthouse because personally I live in the basement apartment, so I don't have many views when I look out the window. But just building this, you like whenever you were working on anything, you could just see the large windows and see the skyline outside. And personally, I would just love being able to see that when I looked out the window, especially having the outdoor, not the outdoor, but the rooftop decking and just the seating sections outside. And because this penthouse is like it has its own floor, it would just be so awesome to just have, like, you're basically just living in a house on the top of a huge building, and you just have the views and just like so much privacy, because despite having huge windows, you're so tall up, like far up in the air, nobody can really look in. So I could just imagine it being like really awesome to live in like a penthouse. But anyways, back to the build. As I mentioned before, I imagined this penthouse would be like for a young couple or a young professional couple where they're working from home, and that is mainly because I didn't find room for like for children's rooms or kids' rooms, and because I wanted it to be like big and just spacious and stuff, and that's why there are so many seating sections, because despite there only being two people living there, if they did run a business from home, I could imagine they could have like business meetings and like just social gatherings if they were young, and it would just be really nice if that was the case for someone, that they had space to actually invite people over and have business meetings and just do whatever it was they were working on from home. So yeah, that was my thoughts and feelings on this build. I hope you enjoy the rest of the speed build, and if there are any questions, you can leave them down in the comments below. And I hope you enjoyed this, and thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next build. Bye!